Hey there folks, this is David on David's Brain, and welcome back to our Let's Play a Metaphor ReFantazio for the PS5. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and get treated by Patreon, links in the description at the bottom. Alright, so last time we got ourselves a fair decent chunk of conversations out of the way. Now all that's left is to, check out all the conversations in the Grand Cathedral, and then finally meet back up with Maria and put an end to all this. Or at least... well, at least everything in this playthrough. There's still that super boss and, well, the true final form of Louise. Yeah, remember back at the, remember back up there where we had to destroy those magma crystals guarded by those humans? Yeah, we get a trophy if we don't destroy those crystals. But hey, we kind of needed to do it in the first playthrough because, hey, awesome weapons, Yeah, all the awesome weapons being held by the all the previous king's weapons. And let me see. I think if I remember right, it was in the Royal Scepter. Let's see here. Let's see, Royal Scepter. Yeah. Yeah, a divine relic in the form of a scepter, outstandingly powerful even among the other relics of the old world. Let's see, the first king of Euchronia realized that its power to absorb magma from others was in effect the power to force people to forget their anxieties. Let's see. And yeah, remember that the Royal Scepter was created from merging together the royal weapons of the previous kings. Yeah. So yeah, by getting all the king's weapons, let's see, yeah, the Thief King's katana, the Gunner King's bow, Mage King, War King, let's see, the King's Corsair, Hero King's sword, Hero King's banner, all the quote-unquote legendary weapons of the archetypes. Anyways, now that that's all done, anyways, it's gonna take a bit of a while for me to get back up to where I was, yeah, to go and face off against that hell beast that my old man was keeping guard of. Yeah, the book of the apocalypse. And then defeating True Louise. So, yeah, gonna take a while. Anyways, let's wrap up the good stuff here. Oh, Your Majesty. It's been quite some time since we met, but I've never forgotten you. You were a young elder about town from the recruitment center to the mausoleum. I watched from the shadows. There are still times where people hurl abuse on me for being Musari. However, thanks to Your Majesty, I could run my business with pride. Just goes to show it's gonna take time to eliminate prejudice like that. We gotta keep at it. Yep. Well, yeah, we got the real... well, I mean, yeah, getting rid of Louise and, becoming king, that was the easy part. And hey, as long as we got guys like Barton around, it should be a little easier.
That's something.
What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today? Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. Don't worry, never used to it by now. I myself just at the meeting going over how the provisional governments are doing. We convened for the new year. How are things in Martiana? So. Oh, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it all to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like an ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news to each of my ears. Better relations between towns is employment up and overall welfare too. Well, I mean, it's only good news you're hearing, right? But yeah, it's what you're not hearing that I should be focusing on here. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be a part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. So, things are alright now?
But of course.
Oh, indeed they are. The townspeople play an active role in policy and administration, and I'm not bearing that weight alone. Of course, some lords are like I was once, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion and leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, what with all the proceedings and disputes and all the red tape and blah blah blah. Still, Changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble.
Brilliant.
And choosing a king of our own has all the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely, that.
Yep. If anything, that's probably what the old man was going for. Oh, and speaking of choosing a king, hey, what's up there, pretty boy? Ah, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since you've ascended to the throne, and 1 year since I lost my bid for it. Thinking back, I've no regrets. I'd not have been able to defeat Luis in the end as you did. That's awfully candid of you.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected, really, but I believe in your power, Your Majesty. Though I'll not acquiesce on all fronts, you know. You needn't look further than your 6 partisans, your merry little band. I can appreciate your faith in your inner circle, but to award them all your key posts, why, one might suspect you of collusion. A country requires all views from all walks of life. Or, put another way, why not appoint me your Prime Minister? With my guidance, Euchronia will become a land of true beauty. Oh, there it is, there it is. Just when you think he's about to make a decent point, he always plays his own angle. Don't let your guard down around that guy. But yeah, you had a good view there going there below, but then you would have jinxed. You would have botched it. Botched the landing. Well, hey, at least it didn't land on your face this time. Look at these bounty posters. The country's at peace for now, but I suppose you can't totally eliminate crime. Well, not exactly. Well, I mean, hey, that just means there's more problems for me to solve. And that means I won't be bored. There's bounty posters up. Reminds me of what happened to the recruitment center. Oh yeah, the recruitment center. Oh yeah, with, what was that, Captain Fatass or whatever? They got fed to that human. Oh, Your Majesty, it's an honor. I've only recently been assigned to my post here at the recruitment center, so, actually I was sorting through enlistment records from 2 years ago and was surprised to find a certain signature. That's right, your Majesty's signature, and General Stoll's as well. Yeah, no, right here, 2 years ago. I was quite surprised to discover that the two of you had met here. To think that they deployed the future king in the army. Horrifying. And to think that we were deployed to only just get, with the intent of just being fed to humans. Oh yeah, Klinger, right, that guy, right. Well, hey, karma's a bitch. He was trying to feed people to humans to prop up Louise, and he wound up being a human snack in the end. Ha ha ha! Don't have any bounties for you, Your Majesty. We've been at peace for a while, thanks to you. We're dealing with things one step at a time. Alright, well, no news is good news, I guess.
Lovely, that.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Louise... Well, if it isn't His Majesty, the captain of the Royal Guard was looking for you. As a former guard captain of the Caderas, perhaps I should report your whereabouts? Why are you here, exactly? Oh, I suppose I should reintroduce myself. I'm Salva, in service of the kingdom as the captain of the state army. I parted ways with Luis shortly before his runner made for the skyborn royal palace. When I saw the horror that Zorba had become, I knew the world he wanted was no world of mine. Yeah, I can't exactly blame you there. Oh, and speaking of Zorba, did they leave the impact crater for where he just splattered on the ground like a pancake? I thought I found my place within Luis's private forces after being disgusted by the shameless corruption of the Royal Army. But his true intentions were worse than I could imagine. It was the General who pulled me back in. He said my experience leading a force of mixed tribes would be valuable. I'd only taken the job in the hopes of atoning, so it's a strange twist to serve with pride in the state army I once so detested. Well, we're changing it one step at a time. Still, I wonder why he bothered with us.
May God keep you, chap.
Well, again, you're not bad people, you just made a bad choice. Well, I guess you could say the same with Luis then. So tomorrow's finally the day. Have you finished your preparations? Our journey to the Mage Academy of Montiaro will be quite long. Yes, but why are you taking me as your traveling companion? You saw how much I admired Louise, how hostile I was to our faith. Everyone said foolish things. Faced with national crisis, we clung to power instead of trying to use our power to solve it. But times have changed. The Mage Academy now opens its doors to anyone. No harm will come to those who want to learn there, but alas, my youth has fled me. So I'll use my wealth to ensure others can reach it. Take what you learn there and spread it throughout the kingdom, far and wide. Oh, good on ya. Oh, Roger. Yeah, speaking of former Louise supporters. Your Majesty, it's an honor to meet you at this most auspicious time of year. I know I was quite devoted to Louise at one point. His power was both overwhelming and alluring. Well, where exactly do you stand now? I'm disgusted by my shallowness, if I'm honest. That's hardly an atonement, but I'll at least try to be straight with you from now on. Not to bring down the mood, but I wanted to mention I'm sincerely familiar among your supporters. I recognize it because I was the same way. In their eyes, you're a hero who conquered the monstrous Louise. They entrusted you with authority because of your power and their desire to be at peace.
Indeed.
Let us assume that the people have expectations not of your ideology, but solely of your power. King or not, failing to see the difference may invite consequences. Expectations not of my ideology, but power, eh? Please, take it from someone who erred in his ways. The people of this country have not recovered from the unrest, and when they do... the people are dangerous, Your Majesty.
Stupendous.
Oh yeah, the kid whose mom was killed during the royal funeral.
Hey, mister.
Even though Louise died, my dad still isn't happy. It's because my mum died and she can't come back. But, you know, Mr. King, I've been cooking instead of my mum and I've been trying really hard. I'm happy to be with my dad, so next year I'm gonna work harder than ever. My mum is watching me from the sky, isn't he? Just like your dad, Mr. King.
I'm sure she is. And yeah, everybody's gearing up to head on over to the newly reopened Mage Academy, and thankfully, mostly due in part to, the dismantling of the Sanctus Church, or at the very least, just severely limiting their, exposing all their corruption.
Young man.
Oh, you're the bastard who... It's been a while anyway. Bastard, was it? I apologize for my impertinence, Your Grace. I was once known as Sergeant Zav, though I suppose that title carries little weight nowadays. After losing to you, my own men turned on me and threw me into the Oceanus Sea. Oh gee, I wonder why they would do that. You sound like such an upstanding guy. Awful as it all was, looking back, those events saved my life. I've heard about all those who went with Louise to the royal palace in the sky and never returned. Oh yeah. If it wasn't for you being a dickhead, you probably would have turned into a human.
I'm left with no choice.
A world where power is everything. I suppose that would be hell after all. Never thought you would ever inspire me to realize anything, and here we are. Now I'm spending my days doing charity work as a member of the brigade under Chief Magnus. But I'll never give up on making my way up in the world on my own merits. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you just don't get too carried away. Matter of fact, I was invited to participate in the Colosseum's games in Bridlehaven. While working with the brigade, I helped a nobleman who put in a recommendation for me. Yeah, cool. It's a brave new world, isn't it? Give me a year, I'll make sure people know the name Zav as a fighter that electrifies the audience. Well, you definitely make for a good heel. I'll give you that much. Yeah, I'm not trying to say Luis is the only bad guy here.
How grand.
Yeah, now Luis wasn't the only bad guy here. Well, at least we're starting to do on all the damage that Forden caused. Are things all right now? Oh wow, you're still been in PTSD for over 2 years? Jesus Christ! Am I alive after all that's happened?
Yes, you are. It's been a year. We came out of it okay.
Endorse that.
We've both been through a lot of terrible things, but we will overcome them one by one.
Yes. And yeah, given what I know now about Magla and anxiety, I'm surprised this guy didn't turn into a human instantly.
Leave it out, mate.
If we're not careful, another Louise Todd could show up again. Yeah, oh! Russell, there you are. Oh, what are you doing here?
Russell, you're here!
Oh, Calica, and your highness as well. But that's no longer your title, is it? Excuse my impertinence, your majesty. Still, knowing that the New Year's celebrations were just around the corner, I couldn't resist returning to the capital to see how the kingdom was faring.
Well, how do you find it?
I see smiles everywhere I go. The city feels alive again, and it seems as though its citizens are free to choose their own paths. I must say I never imagined I would return here without all the cloak and shadow. I owe a great deal to the work of Lady Judah. To think I'd be able to see Grand Strahd and His Highness sitting openly on the throne. Al says, are you seeing this as well?
Yep.
We got a long way to go, but I know Grius will be watching.
I should tell you, a sizable number of the villagers in the sanctum have gained an interest in the outside world. I've been acting as sort of their bridge. It seems this doddering old fool has found a new role, to find the middle ground for both those who wish to preserve tradition and those who seek innovation.
Yep.
I couldn't think of a better man for the job, Russell. I'm sure he'll be a great help to the village.
I fought so long to save this country, but seeing all these smiling faces now, I think perhaps I'm the one being saved. This is a country that protects its people, and the people shape the country in turn. Surely that's the world His late Majesty wished to see. Not to simply chase the ideal of a utopia, but to shape it with our own hands. We've got a long way to go, but I trust you'll continue to make this country stronger, Your Majesty.
Well, so long as I have the Council of Wise Men such as you, I'm sure I'll be able to get there eventually.
Yeah?
Excuse me, aren't you an elder? Please, don't take that the wrong way, I'm just curious. Those three are elder too, aren't they? I wonder if perhaps you knew them or something?
All elder know each other, clearly.
Oh, I knew it. I mean, I know the king is an elder, but isn't it strange that you never see others in town? I saw that group gazing at the Grand Cathedral and I thought, oh, maybe it's their first time in the city. Isn't that incredible? That elderly lady in the middle is floating, for heaven's sake. Is that some sort of igniter? It couldn't be. Then how? Oh, and the other woman's clothes are so beautiful. Goes without saying, but you can't find clothes like that in Grand Strahd, can you?
What should I do?
There's something just so incredibly charming about them. Do you think I should try talking to them?
Well, couldn't hurt. And wait, you saw? Oh yeah,
Wonderful.
yeah. Three elder. Garude.
Huh?
Lady Garude? It's been quite a while. It's been quite some time, hasn't it, Morpheus? You matured a great deal in the short years since I last saw you. Rumors of your rule have reached even the sanctum, though some are kinder than others.
Yeah, no, I just ran to Russell.
And taking the reins of a runaway country must have its share of difficulties. Your face tells me as much.
But hey,
the frail child who could do little more than lie on the brink of death has come far. Goodness, tears come so easily with old age.
honestly, I'm surprised you're here.
Right.
Same here. It's a strange feeling to see you in Grand Strahd, Lady Garude. I received a rather forceful invitation here, you see, from one of your friends, the girl named Judah.
Ah, right.
Goodness knows how many times she's already come to visit the sanctum seeking instruction on magic. Some of the villagers are rather smitten with her.
Can't fault them there.
She declared that if I wouldn't feel welcome coming to Grand Strahd, she would have a highway built directly between the capital and the sanctum. Oh, Judah, and she probably would.
Yeah, she definitely would.
So there you have it. Now then, Morpheus, or rather, King Morpheus, the 1,000-year seclusion of the Elder Tribe may soon come to an end under your guidance. And yet, the journey ahead of you will be hard. The dreams you hope to achieve will feel just out of reach.
So, all I gotta do is just reach out and grab it. Simple.
So, do stop by and show your face around our forest sometime. Your mother cannot do so herself, but I can whip up some of her favorite dishes in her spirit.
Ooh, food! Alright, sold. And yeah, the seclusion of the elder, and maybe with them, maybe show them the true history of the world. So that way, nobody like Ford will be able to come along and contradict that. Once that information becomes widespread common knowledge. Oh, Your Majesty, I've heard from Fabian, you know, about how you still take the time to pop into the honeybee now and then. That's not very kingly of you, but that's what makes you so trustworthy. Exactly. I may be the king, but hey, I'm a man of the people too. Please, do keep treating Fabian and Maria well, and for Grius' sake too.
Oh there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry.
I love it.
They're not leaving the old brain space anytime soon.
I love it.
Let's see.
Say, this place.
Makes me nostalgic for our days of candidate debates. Feels like everyone's discussing national politics now, doesn't it?
Well, can't wait for the discourse there. Well, I guess in this case, probably less sarcastic. Ooh!
Fancy a chat?
Well, if it isn't Your Majesty. Hello there. Ah, even I don't have the pluck to try selling water to the king. Especially considering sales are up. We got customers from across the tribes now. Although I'm guessing people were just avoiding a Parapet's shop before.
Unfortunately, that's not inaccurate. Yeah, well, hey, might as well rake in the profits while you can. Or, no. Hold on.
What'll I do?
Luis was crazy. I learned that firsthand. But the country before, it was riddled with mistakes. I like to think that the new king already knows, but frankly, I don't think much has changed in the last year. Well, obviously, I've been looking around hard enough. King or not, he is not that old. I'm sure he's doing his best, but at the end, he's just the old king's son. I don't expect very much of him. Well, that means I got some expectations to live up to, then. Alright, anyways. Katharina, how's my information on the outside world coming along?
Hi there.
Well, if it ain't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back to town myself.
Long time no see.
Oh, right.
How you been? I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seekers Recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year.
The Seekers Recon team, eh?
And crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sights, the magic, everything's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense?
Cannonballs? Oh boy.
Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different, my head spins. Makes all the tribe of bickering seem right dull if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne to you.
You turned it over?
Hold on.
You turned it over to me, did you?
Yeah, I know you do right by the parapet, so I bowed out early to give you a fighting chance. Just kidding. All my cohort have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills for being out at sea so long.
See you soon, I hope.
But don't worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up with a report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, will you?
Will do. And yeah, definitely looking forward to that juicy info. I can't overstate how miserable things were because of Louise, but I didn't end up fleeing. Perhaps seeing Your Majesty fight stirred a sense of duty within me. I know there are still many who don't approve of you, but I shall do my part to protect the country you lead. It's my duty as your soldier. I wish the country nothing but the best over the coming year. And we'll work at it together.
Amazing.
My, oh my.
Ah, and here's the dear general.
Grand, isn't it?
I missed the days when the face rock was here, and I knew what to expect back then. Joyful one moment, miserable the next. Remember? After Luis was defeated and the king decided? Indeed I do. But suddenly His Majesty's face eclipsed the others for the briefest of moments. It all crumbled away like sand. Over a bit too soon after all that pavlier I'd say. I liked his coronation speech, but I can't say he's accomplished much of any importance since then. His strength certainly was incredible during the final battle of Grand Shrad, but I wonder what people in other cities who didn't see that side think of things. Either way, as long as next year is uneventful and peaceful, I'll consider it a win.
Grand, isn't it?
Well, that'd be interesting.
Say there.
Maybe we'll take a swing around there next time we get some free time. Anyways, General.
Hey.
Oh, skulking about the city again, aren't we? Which is to say, Hogeberg is on the hunt. A classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which I dare not say. It's been years since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. Should I be more pretentious?
I mean,
Forgive me, I'll try to act more like a pretentious git from now on.
no.
That's rich. All that royal blood in you is positively wasted, my friend. What are we to do with you? Not that I could talk. I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
So,
You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles, a little too clearly. A general's duties feel overwhelming at times. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives.
hey,
Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? I, a fuller noble with nothing to my name, and you, a struggling elder traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions. I certainly couldn't have saved the Hallians.
thank you.
I owe the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you. Oh, come on, man. Give yourself some credit here.
That's...
You need to give yourself some credit, Stroll.
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you.
Hey,
You have a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. But show me the way, and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always. It's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
that's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always.
Say there.
You got it, brother.
What now?
Alright. We learned how brittle peace is, as well as the preciousness of a life lost. The peace we regain could be lost again. We must remain vigilant.
Grand, innit?
Too true. Well, who knows? There might be some other threat coming from over the horizon. Within or without, maybe from beyond the oceans, like what Katharina was going on about, or from humans around here. Well, whatever happens, we'll just figure it out as it goes.
So?
I think we learned all we can from the people. Should we head to where Maria is?
Yep. Let's wrap this up.
That reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though.
Yeah, she was.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember.
This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there'll always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me. What's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself?
Oh.
I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, and that means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going? Let's shall.
Wow, this place got cleaned up.
Oh. Hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Well, am I holding up my end of the bargain?
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
Place where I ought to be. Beside myself, I ought to show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Well, I think you sound like a pretty good advisor there.
Yes, I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Ah, great, they found me.
Everyone.
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital could be a bit of a bubble. There can always be more to do and learn beyond its walls. How to mitigate that?
I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Well,
Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
relax.
Calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day. But we're in this together. We believe in you. Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
Amen. I resolved to believe in my ideals no matter what may come even back then. Even though the world's slow to change, the king's beliefs could never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
It's been a hell of a
Drawing a
ride.
crowd. Time to get back to work.
Right,
Indeed.
right.
A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
I'll get some ice ready for my writing hand. Maybe also some big gay.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Hmm.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
Well, I mean, hey, there's more out there. Like Katharina said, there's like whole other continents out there, so better go on over there, figure out what's what.
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another.
True, true.
You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
Well, I could just do. I just want to do whatever I can. So.
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized. So I'll press onward, and best I could do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
I could have.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Hi.
Don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Well, I mean, I'm glad, but...
I'm glad to hear that, but will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
Yep. Yeah, perfect. A guy you want to have a beer with, you know? My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your majesty's employ.
Hey, you knew what you signed up for.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
True. True. Yeah, I mean, it's not like when we come back, the kingdom is just completely into a state of anarchy. It was like, we were gone for only 5 minutes! What the hell?
Thank you. All of you. Let's be off.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him.
You're welcome.
That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills.
Thrills, chills, and spills, and everything else in between.
You have my sincerest thanks.
It's all good.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
Oh, when did you guys get here?
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow! Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Alright, let's see what our shenanigans we can get up to, eh? Alright, well, in case I forget after we take care of the super bosses and Mega Louise, well, that's Metaphor ReFantazio. Honestly, I normally wouldn't say this, but considering it sold for like $70, but just get this game. If you're a huge fan of, if you're a fan of Atlus games, if you're a fan of good, actually, not even just Atlus stories, but just great RPGs in general, and great stories, just, yeah, you owe it to yourself to get Metaphor. Just, normally I'd be like, oh, just wait till like half price or something like that, but when it's worth it, and Metaphor is worth every single friggin' penny. Let's see, awesome combat system, great challenges. Well, let's see, awesome story, great characters, just, yeah, the art direction, just everything, shit. Yeah, to paraphrase Civ 11, this isn't a chef's kiss, this is a chef's blowjob. And yeah, just, I think everybody needs to play this game at least once, you know, just, and just, there's something here that everybody needs to hear, you know. I ain't gonna tell you what, because, well, hey, I trust y'all to figure it out for yourselves, you know. Just gonna sit back and just soak it all in. And yeah, not even sure, and honestly, I'm kind of torn. On the one hand, if they were to make a sequel to this, well, that'd be awesome, but honestly, I don't think that, honestly, this is one of those things that it just ended so perfectly, I don't think honestly, I don't think it should have a sequel. Just like, I mean, where did it go from here? I mean, just let Metaphor stand on its own, you know? I mean, hey, if there is a sequel later down the line, fantastic. If not, then I ain't complaining. And yeah, I remember, just a year ago or a couple months ago from recording this, Metaphor ReFantazio was being considered for Game of the Year 2024, and I could definitely see why. Yeah, this game has set the gold standard for how I hold an RPG story, and honestly, this set the bar for all Atlus releases, and honestly, I thought nothing was going to top SMT's Strange Journey, but, well, Metaphor ReFantazio certainly did that and then some. Alright, just like, yeah, this is going to be the litmus test. This is the gold standard. And yeah, you bet your sweet Bippy I'm getting the platinum trophy for this. Just... Oh yeah, chanting. Oh yes, on the rapping monk. Whoop. Any other music popping up, or? Ah, there we are.
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Oh, whoa.
Look at that. The rubble's just made for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah. A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
And with that, the day is saved and a new adventure will begin. Although I'm kind of hoping not, but you know, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. By saving your clear data, certain things can transfer over as is to a new game. You can transfer currently owned items, with some exceptions. Money, mag, royal virtues, scanned enemies, memorandum, archetype statuses, and total playtime. Alright, yep, with that, we've officially completed Metaphor ReFantazio's main story, but, again, we still have 2 more trials left to take care of here. Yeah, that unholy super boss that Pops was keeping chained up in Academia. Love to figure out what that's all about. And then, of course, a true all-out slugfest against Louise. So, I'm not saying goodbye for now, but see you later. Till next time, folks. This is David on David's Brain. See you when I see you. Bye-bye.